Good morning, welcome back to the channel from a not so sunny Phuket today. I don't know whether you can see that, but it is actually raining. So the last 12 hours have seen a change in the weather. So it looks like the Thai Met Office was right in their prediction a few days ago that I mentioned the weather would be changing, and we are seeing some cloud, overcast skies and rain, unfortunately. Now the last 2 days has seen thunder showers in the afternoon, but they've only lasted about 30 minutes. Today I woke up to very grey skies. Unlike the last week or 2 weeks that we've seen very blue skies, today is very much overcast. Not sure how long the rain is going to persist, whether it's going to be on and off all day or whether it's just going to be the morning time. It is now 10:45. I'm a little bit early. I'm down at Rawai and we're going to be taking a look at a soy called Yanui Soy. And to be honest, I walked down the soy this morning and I've been quite surprised by it. There's a lot of accommodation. I don't remember whether I've actually been down this soy before or not, but it's a little cut through from the main road leading from Rawai Beach, and as you come down here you turn off here and that is Yanui Soy. And in a moment, once I've finished my daily drink, this time I bought it from Tops. Unfortunately they didn't have a very good choice today, just the original flavour, but I don't mind any of the flavours, to be honest. They're all nice. Now a few people have asked me about this, and it is called Sponsor. It is a mineral based energy drink, so it doesn't contain any caffeine, and they do, I think it's 3 flavours. They do a lemon and lime, which is my favourite, really nice, that one. They do the original flavour. This tastes a little bit like Lucozade, not quite the same, and they also do a strawberry flavour, which isn't too bad, a little bit on the sweet side for me. But today only this one available, but the weather isn't looking great and it's very windy, so apologies if the sound isn't great, because we're going to have to deal with a bit of wind and rain, unfortunately. Now I shall come back to you once the rain eases a little bit, because I don't want my mic system getting wet. The camera is waterproof but my mics are not, so let's see how long this lasts and I'll come back to you in a moment. So after about an hour sitting here, it looks like it's just about to stop raining. It is a lot brighter over the back there, so we're going to start and make our way down Yanui Soy. Actually early today because I've had to take Nat to work because the hire business is fully booked. Don't forget, if you are a member of my YouTube channel, you get a 10% discount on our already favourable rates. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm going to stick my rucksack on, and you can see just over there it is starting to get brighter. So we're going to be able to make our way from the Tops convenience store here on the corner. It does look like it's just about to stop. So let's start and make our way down this soy. There's a convenience store right on the corner. That's where I've been sitting for the last hour waiting for it to stop. Just behind there is a cafe, so you're going to be able to get some breakfast and lunch, etc. A lot of accommodation down this soy, actually. I was quite surprised. Now somebody mentioned this cafe. This is caffeine and gasoline. They said it's an excellent cafe. I don't think it's open today, or maybe there's an open sign there, but it doesn't look like. Oh yeah, there is some lights on in there. So that's somebody's recommendation. Quite a few cafes. There's another one there. A small Thai food place as well. And plenty of motorbike rental shops around this area. Now there are a few gaps in this soy as we walk down towards Yanui Beach. This is basically a cut through to Yanui, the beach area. If you don't want to go via Cape Pomtem, you can obviously get to Yanui via the coast road, but if you want to cut through here, save a little bit of time, you can. As I mentioned, I'm not quite sure weather, I've been down this Soi before, and if I have, it's been a very long time ago. And it's actually a nice little Soi. Some really nice accommodation, as you'll see as we make our way down. Lots of choices. I have called into one of the resort areas further down, Muay Thai gym training camp there. So if you're staying in the area and you're looking for Muay Thai, as I've shown already, quite a few places in Rawai for training. Might be a nice area to stay, especially with having a large expat community. Just the clouds on the top of there. I'm not going to call it a mountain because it's not high enough, but that hill over there, it's got some cloud cover because of the weather. Quite surprising over the last 12 hours how the weather has changed. As I mentioned at the start, the last 2 days has seen in the afternoon around 3-4 o'clock a couple of thunderstorms that have lasted about 20 to 30 minutes. Nothing major, but it has been some quite heavy downpours. And then last night, during the night, it rained quite heavily. And when I got up this morning, this is the situation. A lot of cloud. Not much blue sky at all at the minute. So as you can see, even in February, we can get bouts of rain. It is unusual, we don't normally get too much, so I wouldn't panic too much about it. It's not going to rain for the whole month, at least I wouldn't have thought so. But you can get the odd day, like today, that doesn't look like it's going to be that great. It may clear up this afternoon, it's just one of those things. Sometimes you get rain in the morning and the afternoon's lovely, and sometimes it's the other way around. You just have to take as it comes. But normally February and March are very dry months. For me, this is great because it's a lot cooler for filming, a lot better for walking about. Obviously now it's coming up to 12 o'clock, I think it's about 11:45. So it's a lot easier for me to walk around in this. It's still very warm, but I haven't got the sun beating down on me. Little place here, cafe. More accommodation here. Don't know the name of this. They look like bungalows. I might be wrong. Could be villas. Bungalows or villas there. A little bar here. Another motorbike rental shop. Yanui Beach at the bottom of this Soi. I have covered Yanui Beach. Go and check that out if you haven't seen it. Yanui Beach is a beautiful beach. Really is a nice beach area. It's only small and it does get crowded, especially in high season because it's popular. It's a good beach to lie on and get a bit of sunbathing, but it's also an excellent beach if you want to do a bit of snorkeling, if you've got a family. There's areas that have got rocks, so you know you're going to see marine life. It really is a good all-round beach. But it's not that big. The actual bay of Yanui is very small and it can get crowded. It's very popular with people. There are a few restaurants near to the beach as well, so you know you're going to be able to grab some food and drink. But as you can see now, we've got a little bit of an area here where there isn't too many facilities. There's some accommodation just coming up on the left hand side, and it's going to take us about 15 to 20 minutes to walk along this Soi, so not too long, and it's a lot shorter going this way than going around the coast road. So once again, I want to thank everyone that's been commenting on the channel. That's really appreciated. I did post yesterday about what people preferred, because I've mentioned an upcoming thing that I'm going to be covering a lot more restaurants and food over here, something that I used to do that I haven't done too much of lately, and I want to bring that back to the channel. So I'm going to be covering restaurants and street food, food at markets, all round really, and I've just been trying to decide on which is the best way, whether to do it as a YouTube shorts, because now you can get up to 3 minutes on the shorts, because restaurants can be difficult to cover at times, because most restaurants, they have a lot of background noise, of course. Raining a bit now with the amount of people that sometimes are in a small place, and also I find a lot of the restaurants over here have background music, and that makes it very difficult to film in that environment. So sometimes I may have to do voiceover rather than actual narration while I'm eating the food, unless I can move away from all that noise. Just want to show you this place. This has rooms for rent, and you're probably just 10 minutes walk from Yanui from here, and a few minutes walk, as you can see on the timer, it's saying almost 9 minutes since I've started it, from where we were sitting. So a nice little spot there. They've got rooms to rent. Again, I don't know what the accommodation's like. If you happened to have stayed here and you are watching this video, then please do drop a comment, let me know what it's like, what you thought to the room, what sort of prices the rooms are. But just going back to what I was talking about with the food thing, I'm sort of debating whether to do it as a YouTube shorts for 3 minutes, or to make long form content like I'm doing now. And I have put a poll out there asking people's opinions, so please do feel free to vote what you would prefer. Would you prefer to see a shorter video that's more condensed, as in 3 minutes, or would you prefer to see longer videos? Because the problem that I have is some of these restaurants, because of the noise and the music, I'm going to have to go and visit the restaurant maybe 3 or 4 times, having different dishes each time to show you enough dishes to give me enough content to put an actual video together. Because if I just go in there and sit with 1 dish or 2 dishes, it's not really going to be enough content. It's not going to last long enough to give the long form video. So that's what I'm currently working on at the moment. As I say, I do want to bring you a lot more different content, not just the stuff that I'm doing today, walking down here, taking you down to Yanui Beach. As you know, I have mentioned also nightlife. I'm going to be out and about doing some filming on that. I am working quite hard behind the scenes. Some of you will have seen now I'm posting daily videos, which is taking some work to say the least. I'm having to film them and edit them all in the same day and work on other stuff at the same time, plus all the other things that are going on in the background. But I want to push the channel forward. If you're watching this and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then I would really appreciate you subscribing. It's a small thing for you, but it means a lot to me and the channel. It lets me know that I'm moving in the right direction. I know I have a lot of people that watch my channel that aren't subscribed. I know that because I can see it on the analytics. So please, if you're one of those people, please subscribe to the channel, click the notifications, and that way you're not going to miss any of the videos, because there might be some there that you really like. You never know. So we're coming down to a large resort. Now, when I parked up at Yanui Beach this morning and walked down here, I called in at this resort because it looks really nice. They've got a nice breakfast area and a pool area, really nice accommodation, to find out the price, because obviously it's helpful if prices. So sit down if you're not already sitting down. So I asked about 2 rooms. They've got a deluxe double room, and that for tonight, if I was to check in now and have it for just one night tonight, would be 4,500 baht. As you can see, Ocean Pie, usual name for a resort, but it's a nice looking resort, to be fair. Nice pool area. They also have a pool access room, again for tonight, 5,500 baht. So not cheap by any means. That does include breakfast for 2 people. So a nice resort there. Of course, he did mention the prices may be different on some of the app sites that you can book hotels on. There are a couple. There's bookings.com, of course, and Agoda, so it might be worth checking on there and seeing what the prices come up. You might get a little bit more of a discount, but a really nice resort. The breakfast area is just there. They've actually closed the shutters down now. This morning when I walked past, they were up because people were taking breakfast, but I guess due to the rain they've closed it down just to protect, let's get the words out, protect the guests. But I'm guessing now at 12 o'clock almost, breakfast is over. It's almost stopped raining, which is great. One thing that this rain has taught me this morning is I need to carry a small plastic bag just to put over my sound equipment. But a really nice little Soi, not too busy, not too lively. And as I say, just down at the bottom here we have the beautiful Yanui Beach. Here we have some more accommodation, the Yanui Palm. So I just want to reiterate what I was talking about yesterday on yesterday's video about travelling alone. I mean, it is very, very important that you have contact with somebody in your own country on really a daily basis. I can't stress this enough. If you're travelling alone over here, whether you're male or female, you really should have some contact on a daily basis. Keep a schedule of getting in contact with somebody and keep to the schedule. I know sometimes you get distracted with things going on, but it is important because a lot of people do go missing over here in Thailand. As I mentioned, normally it is quite safe to travel here. You do need to use a bit of common sense. Again, you know, this goes without saying, but unfortunately people don't. But it is important to have contact so that if something untoward does happen, that there is somebody going to raise the alarm and bring the situation to light. If you don't have any contact with anybody, who's going to know you're missing? Nobody's going to know. So that is something I just wanted to touch on again and reinforce it, because with me having my Facebook group, I don't spend a lot of time on my Facebook group now. As I mentioned in past videos, I've moved away a little bit from Facebook, but the group is now, I think, at 200,000 members, so quite a large group that cover Thailand and Phuket anyway. And we do see quite a lot of missing persons posts, and these are worrying, of course, especially for the family members. So just bear that in mind. Have somebody that you stay in constant contact with. So we are now at Yanui Beach. A little bit wet here this morning, or around lunchtime. I'll show these restaurants here as well. Be a nice place to come in the evening and have a meal right by the beach. I'm not expecting the beach to be too busy because of the rain, but there are a few people that are turning up. I'm not going to cover the beach because I've recently done it. If you want to see what this beach is like, go and check that video. I will link it on this video and down in the description, so you can go and check that out. This is a great area to come and explore, whether you're staying in Rawai or not. Don't matter where you're staying on the island, come here and check it out. It's a great, great beach. And I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you have, please do remember to like and share my content. As I mentioned, consider subscribing to the channel, and I will speak to you very soon.